Just listen to Jesse Lee Peterson twist himself and logic into knots trying to deny that racism exists.
Yeah, but
since you don't believe
from
there
a
is
tree because they're a different color than you, that's racism.
They didn't hang them from the tree because they thought they were different color.
There was never a lynching?
Yes, they did it because they hated blacks, not because they were black. They had judged them for some reason. And so it had nothing to do with the color itself.
So Emmett Till wasn't hung because he was a young black boy who whistled at a white girl?
No, they did it because he whistled at a white girl, and they had judged black people, and they didn't want to miss. They didn't want to miss the race.
Would they have done that? Would they have done it if it was a white kid?
No.
Right. So
probably not.
The race was the operative factor.
No, but because they don't hate their own race. Well, they do. They just don't realize it. But they hate the blacks because they think they're better than the blacks. It's a judgment, and it's not based on color.
Jesse Lee Peterson may be a reasonable person, but his defense of racism makes him sound like an idiot. He says himself, they hate blacks because they think they are better than the blacks, but it's not because of color. In what world does that make sense? He says it's not color, it's because they formed a judgment against the black people. Seriously, this is what he says. So the logical question would be, how do they differentiate between, or tell the difference from, the people they formed a judgment against, whatever that means, and the people they haven't formed a judgment against? It's by color, isn't it? That's how they do it. They formed a judgment against the black people because they're black. He admitted it in the case of Emmett Till. Had Emmett Till been a white kid and done the same exact thing, he probably would have been fine. It was his color that made the difference. This is relatively easy to see. But Jesse Lee Peterson doesn't want to believe in racism. Well, unless, of course,
You're racist. I just said
you are a racist.
You are racist.
my question is, how does he have people who follow him? He obviously doesn't care about what the truth is. Oh wow, I guess I just figured it out. There's a segment of the population, just like Jesse Lee Peterson, that don't care about what the truth is either.